Hello. Right, today we're going to be talking about framing hammers. They're a bit bigger than normal hammers, as you probably guessed. This one is by Vargan. Vargan? Yeah, I'm not sure you say it, but they're an American company. I think they're probably like a German family that probably moved there probably about 100 years ago, and they started making hammers and hardware and things. But they do make some really good hammers. But this is the California framing, and this obviously is S-wing, but it's a very large S-wing compared to some of them you see. I mean, I've got a probably a 20 ounce S-wing, which is it's fine for most carpentry work, but for really putting in big nails, and when I say big nails, I mean very large nails. Stuff like this. But in something like that for fencing or something, you need something with a bit of weight to it. Obviously, this is a sort of a worn out one. Probably still got life in it, but I like the waffle. See, there's like a waffle face. It's quite smooth compared to a new one. See the difference? So yeah, they've and this one's got a slightly different handle. I think it's got like an axe handle, like a hatchet handle or something. Look at an axe handle, sort of similar. And I always tend to take them up as well because I find the wood a bit slick, especially when your hands get sweaty. And I've got quite big hands, so I get a bit more sort of purchase. I don't like my hands like with the S-wing. It's nice, but I mean it's just about sort of acceptable. But I find it, if you're holding it sort of there, you end up sort of touching your hand a bit. But with this, it just gives you something solid to grab hold of. It's just normal hockey tape, badminton tape or something like that, sports tape. So yeah, I mean they range in weights. I mean I think these are 23, and then this is I think this is 25 ounces. It's pretty much like the standard framer they do. It's just a lot longer. It's called the Big Blue, made in the USA. I mean, they've brought out a few of them. There's been problems with the I think it's aluminium or something. Like the new S-wing. It's sort of the new fancy one they do. I've seen a lot of them break. So it's probably you would have thought they'd gone through testing and sort of sorted it out, but no, they've not quite got there with it. But in relation to something that size, a little pin hammer or a Warrington pin hammer, I think they're called. There's a sort of a normal one. My one's just was one of my grandfather's. It's covered in glue, But I put this handle on it though. It's a bit of, you can see, sort of rounded. I can't remember what it was. It's like a really nice African wood, and it's it does look nice, but it took a while to make. But it was one of the first things I made on the lathe. I just thought instead of like a normal basic handle, I thought I'll do something a bit snazzier. So that's what I came up with. But yeah, I mean these. I mean, again, putting a bit of tape round the head. I mean, you see you sometimes miss unless you're hitting a nail or something. It's going to eventually damage the wood. So if you just put a bit of tape on it, it sort of helps prolong the life of it. Yeah, again, the tape's a good idea. There's two rolls on this, so it's thicker than this end up. Partly as well, when you're putting in for fencing, you get a bit tired and your hand gets tired. So having that extra thing to hold on to, because it's all sort of below the waist where you're nailing. I mean, if you were nailing up high, building a house or something, I can understand why you'd want some of these titanium hammers. Because even this stuff, you can see the difference. I mean, this is 23, 25, but the whole handle on this is metal, whereas this feels sort of more weight forward. But I mean, I use this more for demolition and stuff though, because this actually helps your arm a bit, being wood, being hickory. But this, it's meant to have like an anti-shock thing in here or something. I don't know, but you feel it in your arm so much, and it's sort of all around here. It just swells up your arm, and it hurts like hell. But you have free NHS in the UK, so you can always get a shoulder replacement or elbow replacement. Whereas in America, they're not quite as fortunate, and I'm not sure what the going rate for the rotator cuff surgery would be. But I'd rather, if I was using one a lot, I mean, nail guns are taken over really, but if you're using one all the time, I can definitely understand why you'd spend the money and get like it was Stiletto, but Martinis seem to be like the top ones for hammers, and I mean they cost a bit, but and TF Tools sell them, and I think they're probably the only people that sell them in the UK. But people that say, "Oh, I wouldn't pay that much for a hammer," but if you're using them all the time and that, and it's again, if it's carrying on your body on your tool belt, it's less weight to carry around. It's less weight on your body. Less tired at the end of the day. So. Yeah, that's all I got to say really. But I mean, there's so many framing hammers out there, and they've become more popular in the UK than they used to be. From someone using like a traditional claw hammer, they're all right for trim work and stuff, but they're nowhere as functional as something. I mean, just the fact you've got the rip. I mean, having a claw hammer, if you're pulling nails all day, you need to watch what you're doing. But with this, you can hit wood and bring wood towards you and stuff, and if you've got a piece of wood there, you can bring that piece of wood towards you, or if you've chiseled something out with your saw or something, you can use that to knock it out. I mean, it's got so many uses though. You could crack a beer open with it or something. But they're really useful compared to just having that claw. And I mean, because it's so long, when I'm sort of on the ground or something, I'll use the handle sort of to help push me up, and they'll become sort of an extension of your arm. When you're using them. They're my framing hammers. So, thank you. Right.